Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today's video update here for Bitcoin. We are trading at $23,342. We can head over back to our chart here. We're in the interval of 1 week. We're going to deep dive 3 days and then go into 1 day as well. So again, take a look at the candlestick that we have. We got a huge rejection from the very top coming down. And if we can see the little wick at the very bottom here of this candlestick, retracing closer to 78%. Knowing 78% is within our golden number of 61% of our fib chart, we may see some support roughly around the $23,053. It has begun for this week here. We can see already the crossover has initiated. Normally on the weekly time frame that we have been seeing in our videos, the K and D line were really close together, but now we can see a separation and price is going to retrace closer down. We can see that the MACD at the very bottom here is indicating more of a bull market itself. But again, we need to make sure that these lines are coming closer to 0%, which in fact they are coming in just very, very shortly here. The spans and the spaces in between these two lines itself is not as gradual, meaning that the trend over on a weekly time frame may not be as big or jump up through different fib charts or retracement levels as much as we wanted to. Now, if we quickly look at here on our volume indicator at $24,033, this is essentially where a lot of trades happen. That price may want to retrace back to again if price is going to come back up. It may treat it as a resistance line, but we would have to evaluate that when the price does come back up. Immediate here for term 3 days now, we can see from our alert if price broke the 61% in our original video that I posted 2 days ago, then it was going to be some type of alert for price to come back down. And the reason is because we kept having these significantly lower highs for this trend for Bitcoin to come up. Knowing that it broke the threshold of 61% on our fib, we may come back down again at the 78%. And this is going to be the crucial area. If it breaks 78%, then you guys, we're done for Bitcoin in this uptrend. It may actually be capped up right here and then continue on coming back down. In our RSI, what we can see is a crossover at this candlestick that we observed at the very top here. Now our K line is at 50 and our D line is at 75%, coming down to an area of support at 78% here. You know, if price does wiggle down closer to the $23,053 here, we're just shy of like $300. We're hoping that the RSIs do drop closer to 20%. And when we do see the RSI closer to 20% and we see the MACD still indicating in the green area, it's going to give us enough support to lift off from that 78%. If we see a crossover of the red in the MACD and price is coming back down closer to the 78%, we're slicing right through that support. Going into a day here, really, we can see just red across the board. We can see that the wick from the previous day was pretty small at the top. We can see the MACD has just crossed over on the red indicator closer to an area of support. So depending on how strong this momentum is, we may break through that. And for example, right here, you guys, as price was coming down in an area known for support, it crossed over on the MACD. But because the MACD indicator didn't grow on the bearish side as much and didn't generate these huge bars as it should have done, it actually bounced really nicely. So on the 3-day marker, that's kind of what we're hoping for, is price comes down to the 78%, crosses over, or sorry, not cross over, but gradually picks up on the bull or the green bars here to pick us up really nicely. And then in the day chart here, this is kind of what we're hoping for, is lower grams or lower bars of the MACD indicator as we are coming back up as a known support. If we see these bars getting stronger on a day mark and even in the 3 days, that's when we're going to break through our 78%. And the next area that we saw some supply and demand, or sorry, some support here was at the 22,473. So definitely take a look at those markers, making sure that we do flip over on the MACD as we're coming back down. And we see an indicator here on our RSI, a crossover signaling a buy order, and hoping that does pick up some attendant or audience to be able to lift this price up nicely at 78%. So that is my video for Bitcoin, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time.